First, we told you last week it was coming. A woman has been charged and arrested for making an alleged attack by her ex-boyfriend.
Tony Plahetsky was the first to tell the story of Christopher Precopia last month, and he joins us with an update. Tony?
Quita and Terry, lying to police is a crime, and around noon today, Faith Cox surrendered to Bell County authorities on a charge of making a false report. Cox's bond was set at $2,000. She faces up to 180 days in jail if convicted of the Class B misdemeanor. This comes after she accused Christopher Precopia of Cedar Park of breaking into her home in 2017 and slicing an X into her chest with a box cutter. He was facing up to 99 years behind bars before a selfie helped prove that he was more than 60 miles away at the time of the alleged attack. Now that he is finally able to begin putting all of this behind him, Christopher says he has big plans for his future. We just wrapped up an interview with him, and we'll have that for you tonight at 10.
99 years, but she gets less than 5 for her false report. What if he hadn't had that selfie to save his life? The injustice here is staggering. Her and Jussie Smollett would make great friends. They both know how to exploit the system and get off easy. Women who file false charges should face the same punishment they tried to inflict on their victims. It's only fair. This man was potentially facing 99 years in prison, his entire life destroyed, and she gets a slap on the wrist with just 100 days? Really? That's beyond wrong and reeks of sexism. The judge's leniency here is infuriating. It's like they don't take the false accusations seriously at all. I'm convinced the judge must be sexist. They all are. How else can you explain this blatant disregard for justice? This double standard only encourages more false accusations, knowing that the repercussions are minimal at best. This system is broken, and it's time we demand real accountability.
Story is almost just as wild as that one. This woman from South Dakota traveled to Tampa Bay to cheat on her husband, but wound up facing criminal charges. That's because Renee Skoglund filed a false police report while she was here, and you won't believe what she claimed in that report and why she did it. Fox 13's Gloria Gomez shows us how her trail of lies landed her in front of a judge.
Do you have any questions?
Your Honor, if we could request from the court.
South Dakota resident Renee Skoglund is far from home and in legal hot water that even surprised the judge.
This is really unbelievable.
Skoglund's trail of lies started on March 8th of 2023 when she decided to come to Tampa Bay and cheat on her husband.
That she had had consensual sexual intercourse with an individual while in Hillsborough County, that she felt guilty about this due to her marital status, and she wanted to get checked for sexual transmitted diseases.
But she wanted to get tested for free, so she decided to lie again and call 911.
I was just raped.
I'm sorry?
I was just raped.
Okay, how long ago did this happen?
Maybe like 45 minutes ago.
Skoglund made up a story about having car trouble on Interstate 75 and pulling over on the side of the road.
An unknown male approached her, put a towel over her head, and forced her into the back seat of her car.
He put rope on my hands and my feet.
Because her face was covered, she couldn't describe her attacker, but her story started to unravel when police checked her cell phone and found this Walmart surveillance video of Skoglund buying the rope herself. She confessed to making the whole thing up. She was charged with making a false police report and decided to take a plea deal.
I never sentenced anybody for perjury, but it's a good reminder to everybody that perjury is a crime, and all of this stuff that you made up and the resources expended on it could have been used and probably needed to be used by other cases that were real.
Skoglund will now serve 2 years of community control and 8 years of probation. And she will also have to repay the Hillsborough Sheriff's Office over $17,000 to investigate her fake rape claim. Gloria Gomez, Fox 13 News.
Wild. As part of her agreement, Skoglund will also have to undergo a mental health evaluation.
Modern women love playing the sympathy card and discrediting men, perpetuating their perpetual victimhood to gain societal favor. The myths surrounding false rape accusations fuel damaging assumptions and prejudices within society. The underreporting of rape convinces many that most accused men are guilty predators slipping through the cracks of justice. But those falsely accused face their own nightmare, labeled as perverts and enduring relentless societal prejudice.
Many men come to me nowadays and tell me how bad they feel when their girlfriend or their fiancé files a rape case or a sexual harassment case against them. And I have to explain to them that their situation is so much more better than when if they would have married the woman and then the woman would have filed these cases against them, they would have had it much worse. Because now if it's a false case, at the very least they have to do a couple of rounds. Some situations they might have to go and get anticipatory bail, or if they have been arrested, to get bail. But after that, they will definitely get an acquittal and they can always seek their remedies in the future as well. However, if you are married to the woman, after acquittal, you will still have to pay maintenance to her till the time she gets remarried. So this is something that you should look at as a silver lining if you are a man who's been falsely accused of rape or sexual harassment, that at the very least, you did not get married to that same woman who would have definitely made things much more worse by also seeking maintenance from you, something which you could not avoid once those 7 feras have taken place.
Rape accusations, whether true or false, pack a punch because proving or disproving them is a Herculean task. This gray area allows both rapists and false accusers to exploit loopholes, with a high likelihood of dodging consequences. The stigma of being falsely accused never fades, tarnishing reputations forever, regardless of innocence. Financial or custody disputes in domestic matters are a hotbed for false accusations, making the problem even worse. The presumption of guilt over innocence flies in the face of justice, making it nearly impossible for the accused to clear their name against widespread beliefs of their guilt. Biases based on appearance or social status skew perceptions of rape accusations, undermining the credibility of victims who don't fit societal stereotypes. This unequal treatment reinforces systemic injustices, especially hitting marginalized communities the hardest.
Know now, and we need to stop the progression of this whole thing from getting worse, because it's just going to get bigger and bigger.
And only on 7 News, this police interview with a Fort Collins woman. She was later convicted for making phony rape accusations, and the man she accused was arrested and put in jail 1 year ago today. Well, tonight, he is speaking to 7 News reporter Lindsay Watts about why he is still struggling to pick up the pieces.
It's definitely a reminder of what I've been through.
Accused of rape, cuffed at the police station the day before Thanksgiving.
I'd ask you some questions regarding the crime of sexual assault.
Watching it back 1 year later, Dustin Toth says his life still feels out of control.
Okay.
His accuser, Catherine Bennett, a coworker he'd started dating.
And right now, the statements that I've been given do not match evidence.
This is exclusive video of her police interview. As Toth sat in jail, her story fell apart.
It's fine. I'll apologize. I'm not telling you to drop charges. I want to know the facts about what happened.
Bennett, later convicted of making it all up. She was sentenced to 35 days in jail, then an ankle monitor and probation.
I don't feel that's justice.
Toth says he's the one who's been punished. The Army National Guardsman lost his civilian job and was out of work for nearly 6 months after the arrest.
I've been behind on my car payment ever since.
He has his friends, but the emotional pain is still there.
I feel like I'm incapable to actually trust a woman again.
He says it's telling his story that's helping him heal.
Giving me the opportunity to share it gives me the opportunity to clear my name, because I still feel like my name is not cleared.
Lindsay Watts, 7 News.
Despite the gravity of false accusations, accusers rarely face charges due to the immense burden of proving innocence beyond a reasonable doubt. The complexity of disproving allegations discourages legal action, leaving the falsely accused to deal with the fallout alone. Instances like Tara Reid's case highlight the pathetic challenges in prosecuting false accusers, perpetuating a sick cycle of impunity. Addressing these issues requires a serious overhaul of societal attitudes, legal procedures, and support systems to ensure real justice for everyone involved. Frankly, Women who make false accusations should face severe repercussions to set a tough precedent. This would serve as a powerful deterrent, making women think twice before crying wolf and ruining lives with their lies.
When you face false allegations of rape and you apply for anticipatory bail, these are the four most common things that a complainant will try to allege when they are trying to get your anticipatory bail denied in the courts. First, the complainant will say, soon after you filed an anticipatory bail application, or maybe even before that after registration of the FIR, the accused person approached me and threatened me that if I do not take back my case, there will be dire consequences. Second is that the accused person took nude videos and photographs of me and kept threatening me and is still threatening me that if I do not take this case back, he will make these photos and videos go viral on the internet. The third is the lady says that I also got pregnant during this forcible sexual intercourse, because of which I had to get an abortion done, which was also forcible, which makes it also an offense under section 313 of the Indian Penal Code. And the fourth, the most powerful trick that the complainant has in her sleeve when she is filing these false allegations is saying that not just this perpetrator, but also his friend, Mr. A, or maybe multiple friends, Mr. B, C, and D, also got together and committed gang rape upon me. When the courts of law listen to these allegations, they are very hesitant in granting interim protection or any sort of pre-arrest bail to the accused applicant.
And that's it for today on Sigma Traits. Make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that notification bell. Support this channel through membership. You can also support through PayPal link in the description. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.